Hello, Taurus. This is your January 15th, January 31st, 2017 read. Sorry, I kind of moved my camera there. For the main read, I'm using the Morgan Greer Tarot. This is the back of those. I've just given up trying to find the box, to tell you the honest truth. And this is the supporting deck, the Magical Spell Cards by Lucy Cavendish. I like those. I really like those cards. Okay, let's... It's interesting because it's kind of mirrored by this one upside down, which is how I first saw that. So we'll throw that in there. Your overall energy while I'm flipping these out is the Hermit and the Moon reversed, which makes me feel like things are coming to light. That's interesting. Okay, let's start with this because the way the cards are kind of rolling back and forth or spinning back and forth is interesting to me. So you got, like, I feel like the clouds are parting for you and you're seeing what you need to see. Things are coming closer to what you feel is the truth of what's happening here. The clouds are parting. All right, you know, we're going to start from there because I'm getting some interesting... I'm noticing there's a little jumble here. Because as you're going into this time frame, you got the Seven of Cups. And this is really making me think there's a little fog. There's a little question about what's actually happening. This is what it's actually coming across to me as. As usual, I always read the cards based on what I'm getting off of them. And I'm really getting there's a little fog about what's actually happening. What's real and what's not. What's a fantasy, what's reality. I really can't tell at this point, and I need to know. Okay, good. Because I feel like that's like this cloud and these cups, like, what's really mine? Is that, can I really, like, it's not even, like, do I even want this snake? Is there really a snake there? Is there something of value for me there? Are there people just playing games? Is there a good time to be had? Is there love for me? Is there some prosperity here? Like, is it just all fantasy? What's happening? There's a lot of questions. That's what I'm getting right off the bat here. What's really happening? I also feel like that's what's driving you into the next section here where you're actually... I feel like this is you, the Queen of Swords, taking action, emotionally getting involved in starting conversations, getting involved in situations to find out the truth. Like, I don't feel like talk is enough. I'm getting the term talk is cheap. So you're getting involved in actual situations because you want to know what's really made here. Proof is in the pudding. Like, what's going on? What's really happening here? I want to see it in action. I want to see it in action. That's what I'm getting. Okay. Which is interesting because right below you is the Ace of Pentacles. And I laugh because Ace of Pentacles goes into the Five of staves, rods, whatever. Which is kind of, can be a little bit of like some infighting. I feel like this is some infighting, like of people around you. I feel like you're on the outside watching this. I feel like that, okay, I feel like you're on the outside watching this. Something's going on. And you're watching it from the outside, and I feel like you're kind of watching, but you're also communicating like what you're actually seeing. I almost feel like you're more of the mediator, outside consultant, influence. Like you're there, you're kind of a part of it, but not directly. There's something going on right in front of you, and you're kind of involved, but not directly. Okay, and this is where it gets really interesting because. Emotionally, you're feeling good friendships. Around you is the Ace of Cups. Like, right below this is the Ace of Cups. But what's connecting it are two different things. Like, something's a little weird. Like, I feel like you don't like something about this situation. And to you, it's a major thing. Like, a question is answered. Of all those... Of that whole foggy situation to start with, something is answered. Like, you find out the truth about something, and I feel like part of you looks back and you're like, yeah, I kind of thought that might be happening, but I wanted to believe better. Okay. Friendships are still good. The environment is a loving environment, so I don't feel like the environment has changed a lot. But I feel like you found something out that you were like, well, I kind of thought that's what was happening, but It's not really what I wanted to see, but I realize it's the truth. That's kind of what I'm getting from this card. Okay. And I also feel like you're taking a closer look at your friends because of it. And I don't know. I don't know why I find that humorous, but for some reason, I feel like whatever the situation is, whatever you found out, you're looking closer at your friends because I almost feel like it's either one of two things. You're questioning some more. You're getting a little more. What's the word I want? Discerning about who's your friend and who's not. Like who have you let close to you and who's in your circle and who have you let in your circle. On the other hand, this can be in addition or on the other hand, so this could be both things I'm saying here or just one of them. You're kind of looking at the situation like, all right, so I see what it is now. I do see what it is. I mean, I was a little confused, but why weren't people telling me? And who knew what was happening and wasn't telling me what was going on? Who wasn't being honest with me? And this is a situation where you feel like you should have known the truth. Like somebody should have clued you in before it got this far. That's kind of what you feel like. And you're like questioning like why didn't they tell me? Like why not? And you're considering, like I feel like you're considering having conversations with certain people because you want to know. But you're just at this point like I feel like you're thinking it through and you're deciding like, do I want to talk about this with certain people and what do I want to say? What do I want to get out of this? Like you're thinking it through. I feel like you're thinking it through. Okay, we're good. Now, I do feel like when you get to that point, it puts things in order. Like things go in order better. Like things are more categorized. Things make more sense to you. Things are more defined the way you prefer it to be. Like I feel like when you get to this point, whatever happens and you learn about stuff, it puts things in order. I don't know why I feel a real strong need to say that. Because in the beginning when this starts, it just feels a little chaotic. The uncertainty, the questions, the what is happening, I feel like that's really uncomfortable. Like I feel like you prefer it was defined. By the end, it's more defined, especially when you look back and you start to think about, all right, like who am I letting into my circle of friends, and or who knew what was happening and wasn't cluing me in on what was happening and why? The card came upside down before. Not that one? Okay. I don't know why I get the giggles, but below that swords, it's authenticity. I don't know why I can't speak. Some days I can, some days I can't. You notice she's pulling a mask away from her face. You're finding out. This is, again, in the beginning, you have questions. What's happening? What's going on? What is all this? What's going on? I almost feel like it's aggravating. Like, what is going on? And, like, it's funny, because in the beginning, I think you're kind of sick of all the talk. And you want to see. You want to see what's in the pudding. What proof's in the pudding? Show me. Show me. And I feel like this is the environment around you. Masks are removed, and you see what you get the answer. You need the answer. Like it's not a case. It's definitely not a case of like be careful what you ask for. I feel like it's a time to get answers, and you're getting those answers. Yes. And you're doing it, and you're taking a smart road on it because you're like, let me get involved in the situation and see it for myself. And whoever's like being a little fake to you or not, you're not seeing for who is what situation. When you're right in it, they can't hold it up any longer. You see who they really are. And in some cases, maybe more than one person. Above the same card, same situation, it says magical powers. It's kind of reminiscent of the magician or a manifestation type thing. Basically, you want answers. You're getting answers. You're only getting these answers because you want them. That's what this card is saying. You want it, it's yours. That's how it is. And I really do feel like you want it. Like I feel like even when you're watching this, you might be like, oh boy, what am I going to find out? But you're already aggravated. You're just like, it seems very chaotic, not knowing what's happening, and it's aggravating. So you do get an answer. I think we're also saying here at the end, because there's one last advice card, that things aren't changing right off the bat. Like, this isn't going to... I don't feel like things are changing right off the bat, but you may be deciding what friendships you prefer to let go of. I don't feel like it's a hard you're done. I don't feel like it's a hard you're done. But I feel like this is the part where you're really like, yeah, I might let some friendships go to the wayside and just kind of move on, because that's not good for me or good for people I care about. I don't want people I care about around that. So I'm going to kind of distance myself from that and try to pull the people that I love along with me so that they're distanced from that too. Okay. Okay. Did I miss anything here? No. Alright, so I think the majority of what this reading is about for you is something isn't on the level, or something you're not seeing something that's going on, but it's aggravating you because I feel like there's at least one or two people that, or a situation, something that you have a lot of questions about, and you don't think, like, either you're getting conflicting information or you don't feel like you're getting enough information to really understand what's happening. So you're getting into it, you're finding out, and it's pretty much a situation where you need to know so you can make objective decisions on how to handle it. And then you may decide to distance yourself from people or a situation because of it. Because it's unacceptable. But it's unacceptable. Like, it's not like I couldn't. It's kind of like when you see whatever's happening, you're like, this unacceptable. Unacceptable. I'm getting like, yeah, unacceptable. Something has to change here. And I'm also getting, it could either be how people are communicating with you. Like, keep in mind, doesn't mean you're going to cut somebody right out of your life. It could mean that you're changing relationships and you're trying to get people to communicate with you more so you understand what's happening. Because you want to be in the know before it gets to a certain situation again. There's something going on you don't like. Definitely you don't like. But in certain situations, you're not going to be removing people from your life, but you're going to be changing relationships so that you're better informed and you're more in the know rather in the ether, just kind of like, what's happening? Good. Okay. Thank you for watching. If you would like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email at jamesforastral@gmail.com. James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.